Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Gary, thank you so much for joining us today.
Great
As
to be here
always,
again.
we love to answer questions from viewers and man
Right.
on the street, as we call it. So we have a viewer question. If I have keep out signs on an unoccupied house that I own and someone trespasses it and gets hurt, can they sue me?
Yeah, well, there's whole classes devoted to this topic.
Are there really? Yeah.
Property rights, who has duties and responsibilities
Yeah.
and to whom. You know, so by posting keep out, I think you're telling people they're not invited in. And that's kind of the term of art is invitee, whether it's a business invitee or a social invitee or a trespasser. So I think what you do that way is define, yes, you're a trespasser if you come on. So what does that mean? Well, it means my duty to you is pretty low. If I know of a man trap or, you know, some crazy thing that you might not anticipate, I'd need to fix that. I don't need to maintain ultra-hazardous activities on my property, even with a keep out sign.
Right.
But it's pretty low. You don't owe much of a duty. Now, you
Okay.
do owe a duty, say here at the station, if you know if there, and this is where we run into a liability for falls and such, or
Right.
if you have a hole you don't fill, or you don't light your parking lot right and people trip, or you spill mop water and don't clean it up. Those kind of things create known hazards that people have a duty to warn invitees of. So that's the difference. You don't owe very much of a duty to a trespasser, and you do owe a duty, and it graduated scales really to invitees.
Yeah. Very good.
So I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what I got.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying. And then secondly, we have a man on the street question. Let's watch and listen to this.
Gary, do I have to pay taxes on a personal injury settlement?
Interesting.
All right, well, it's a good question. Generally, the answer is no. You don't
Okay.
owe taxes on a personal injury recovery because you have traded your good health for money, something of value for money. It's like selling your car. You don't owe money when you sell your car. You don't owe taxes when you sell your car. Now, you do owe it if you get lost wages. You may owe it if you pay for a confidentiality agreement or you get paid to be confidential. So we usually make sure we make those numbers kind of low. And then the third one would be punitive damages.
Yeah.
Those are taxable, actually. So there's times when it is, times when it's not.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Keep the questions coming. We look forward to seeing you on the very next Legal Break.